Yes. Hello, hello. Yes. It worked. You don't like my relax? Yo, he's trying to play me. All right. So, yes, money in a thing. Money in a thing. Yes. Yeah, I go all day. Okay. So, are we even on? Before I even jump into this whole big rigmarole?
Well, yes, I believe we are.
Can you check first? So while he's checking, I'm just going to say welcome to anybody who is watching, who sees us. Awesome. All right, so we are live. Yeah, but nobody wants to hear what you're saying. Okay, yes, I see my people. They're here. They're here. They're here. They're here. Hey, Tish, you see us? Okay, so we're on. LaDawn, Tish, all my peeps are here. Excited.
Again, we're very grateful for you being here, showing up with us.
So today is the last day of the challenge. Oh, I forgot my clapper.
Yes, today is the last day of the Quit Your Job and Boss Up Challenge.
I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to improvise with music, with song. Yay! Woo! Ow! That's my signature call. Clap for yourselves.
Okay.
So, how did you guys do in the challenge? I'm going to get to your questions in just a second. I know there's a couple of questions that were, let me get my life so that I can see all screens and all things. But I want to know what you guys thought of the challenge. I know that a lot of you were able to get some amazing breakthroughs and were able to get some benefits as it relates to growing your business. Mm-hmm. Some things opened up for you guys. So I want you to share those things.
Share those aha moments.
Yes.
Share those breakthroughs or even transformations that you may have had. We will definitely want to hear what you got to say.
I'm looking for, come on, I got to get my life together. Where is the comments? So, couple of things that we have to share with you guys today. Of course, we want to recap you guys on all the things that we talked about this week in the challenge. We want to answer any questions that you guys have posted. LaDawn says the challenge was awesome. Felt like a 6-month program. Yes, honey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, that's awesome.
Wait till you take the escape plan.
Exactly. Okay, so what did I say? We're going to go over, just briefly recap what we talked about this whole week, which is a lot. Want to answer any questions you guys have. I'm going to tackle some of these questions that was posted on the group. And then, of course, if you got my email a little while ago, I told you that we have a surprise for you guys. So make sure you stay to the end of this broadcast if you want in on that surprise. What are you doing?
Just go ahead.
Okay, you're messing me up here. So let's talk. Oh, that was nice. That helped me to narrow down my ideal clients and made me really research my market. Yes, Tish, you loved the challenge. You really loved the money talk yesterday. I'm glad you said that, honey, because that was one of the things that needed to be said that nobody talks about. And so this is an open forum. I want you guys to always feel safe.
Yes.
You can say what's on your mind, that we can say what's on our mind to you guys, because at the end of the day, it's only going to help each other out.
So Simone says, amazing. Barriers have been torn down.
Yes.
I feel like with the proper, I can do it. I've been encouraged tremendously.
Yes.
And that's
I need you to move from my mouth.
That's exactly what we're here to do. It's all about freedom. It's all about living the life you want to live. It's all about having the right tools when you hit 6 figures or whatever it is that financial goal that you hit, to have the right mindset, to be able to adapt, to be able to deal with failures powerfully, to deal with successes powerfully,
yes.
To not forget where you came from, to do all of the little things that are necessary, to run a sustainable business that's making you consistent revenue. We want to make that 9 to 5 a thing of the past.
Yes.
And as I say, one of the things I focus on is helping people complete their past, and we want to make sure that 9 to 5, after you get involved with the escape plan and other different things of a coaching and accountability mechanisms that we have, that it will allow you to continue on with sustainability of you being having a sustainable, successful business.
So I'm trying to find the question that Tish asked, and I said to you, Tish, I will make sure I answer that on the group.
So I have the question.
Before you ask the question, I did want to do a recap. You remember what we talked about this week? It was so much. I can't even think I can keep up. So I know on day one, we talked about your why. You guys were to really figure out what's your why you're in business, what this entrepreneurship thing is really about. Because it's important, like I told you, and we've been talking about a lot, if you don't have that why and that foundation and that grounding from the gate, you will not be able to sustain yourself outside of having a corporate job and just being an entrepreneur by yourself. So that why has to be founded on something that is sturdy, that will hold you down in the rough times, in the good times, that's going to keep you moving forward.
And remember, if it doesn't make you cry, that's not your why.
Wow, if it doesn't make you cry, it's not your why.
You got comments. So,
oh, sorry. Yes. Okay, let me get in. I really appreciated the transparency.
You can press
what?
So you can show it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
listen, I'm trying to be executive producer, read comments.
Step up your game.
Wow. Okay.
Level up, boo boo.
Wow. You're going to pay for that when you get off this podcast.
Well, Letitia says, yes, I really appreciate the transparency and support from you and those who have shown up every day. We are grateful for all of you who have shown up every day. And you are seeing results because you're showing up every day. You are participating, you're participating in the challenge because, we didn't just create the challenge for you to just not do it. Yes, we created it for you to see some immediate results, have a quick breakthrough, transformation to help you, to push you forward or propel you forward into getting closer to quitting your job and bossing up.
Yes. So on day 2, we talked about really knowing who your ideal clients are and why they're looking for you in the first place. So I gave you guys the example of the personal trainer. When you cross over, it just confuses me.
That's down there, though.
What?
But okay, you got to level up, though.
I'm leveling up, but then you doing all of this cross
because
into
it's over there. You
arrangement.
Level
this
up.
is not your
See,
arrangement.
she got to level up.
Hey, Kendrika. How are you,
honey?
Hey,
Kendrika. I'm glad you showed up.
Yes, I'm at work, so no excuses. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, honey.
But be quiet.
Yeah, don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah. Minimize. Get that little minimize screen and put it to the.
Yeah, you got to have your button.
I used to always have mine
on the post of the mouse.
To the lower left and made it real small.
The finger on the post to the mouse. I had that on lock. So day 2, we talked about knowing your why, that was day 1. Day 2, we talked about your clients and really knowing why what they're needing you for in the first place. Day 3, we talked about how to create that signature offer to answer that problem that they have so that your business can be
taking the table. But anyway,
your business can be the result to the answer that they need. Oh, you got your earplugs? Good. Yes. Day 4, We talked about the 4 C's of crushing the competition. And then today we talked about, what did we talk about today? Today was
something.
We talked about you. So today I wanted to hear from you guys on what was one thing that your clients would be shocked to know about you. I see some of you guys, a lot of you guys posted in the chat, which is awesome, about things that your ideal clients would be shocked to know about you. And this is important because this is the foundation of building a memorable brand, because you want to start to build a brand around relationship marketing, guys. Relationship marketing is going to be the key that is going to take you from here. Can you guys see my hand? Yeah. That's going to take you from here to here. You can't see the hand, but you get the point. Relationship marketing is what's working right now because you want to establish a relationship. People don't just want a one and done transaction with you. They want to know who you are. They want to know what you stand for. They want to know that
they want to connect with you. They just want to be
with you. So that's about creating a lifestyle brand. And creating a lifestyle brand is sharing a part of yourselves. And unfortunately, a lot of us who want to be entrepreneurs, I'm not going to call nobody out. If this is you, you can and admit that this is you. But a lot of us want to be entrepreneurs. We want that brand authority. We want that success, but we don't want to put ourselves out there. We got private Facebook pages, private Instagram pages. We don't want to talk and communicate and engage with our audience. And then we're wondering why we don't have enough clients. That's not the way to go about it.
Or there's a case where, and we've been guilty of this years ago, where we would do events, right? We would have webinars. We would have Facebook Lives. We would do all, everything under the sun, Instagram posts. And then we would be upset because we weren't getting any sales. Because we weren't selling to anyone. We didn't have an offer. Well, we had an offer, but we weren't giving it to them. And then we just expected them to, I don't know, be magicians and just buy into our products like they knew where to find it. So, closed mouths don't get fed. You have to be able to sell. I mean, how many from type in yes if selling is one of the things that scares you. Selling your own product, just type in yes.
And I'm going to raise my hand to that because
I used to be like that, but listen.
Is it here?
Listen,
there it is.
If you're bit at, why I changed that? Me. Sometimes I get that feeling, Oh wow!
God really dealt with me on that, being transparent. It was hard, but the more I've been opening up, the more people have been connecting.
Simone says yes, so like selling can be hard, but this is the harsh reality you have to understand as CEO, as the person running your business. If you are not making sales, if you're not making revenue, you have a very expensive hobby, and we're not in the hobby business. I would hope you're not in the hobby business. We're in providing, extraordinary services and products. If you have a product to make money, money is not the end all be all, because you want to be servant leaders to your clients. You want to build a rapport with them. You want to really organically connect with them. But at the end of the day, we're not telling you or having you leave your job so you'll be able to run an expensive hobby, because then you're going to be looking at us like we crazy. We're not trying to hear that.
Yeah. And so LaDawn says, yes, when the objections come up, I'm stuck. So you want to present.
I can get at that.
Happens to everybody.
I wish LaDawn was at the Be Unstoppable conference, because I did an actual exercise with that where I had everyone get up. Everyone had to get up and pitch an idea to everyone in the room, and the person's job that you were selling to, no.
Yes.
See, even in the escape plan, we also have something, how to deal with rejection.
Hey, Kenya.
Okay? How to deal with rejection. How to deal with someone tells you no. But I will tell you, when somebody tells you no, that's just an opportunity for you to go find a yes. And, even on the flip side of your business, you have to be able to turn people away. Because if you're not turning down business, that means you're not talking to enough people. So not only do you have to be ready to deal with no's on the receiving end, but you also have to tell people no that don't fit the fabric of what your company is about.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Tish
Tish was there.
Exercise. Yeah. We used Allie as the example.
Right.
Allie,
right? Exactly. Allie was
Allie is Tish's daughter.
Yes.
So yes, that is one of the things that is major for a lot of people. And so what happens is, because we are so afraid of the objection, we don't put ourselves out there in the first place, because we don't even want to come up against the rejection or the objection, because we're like, it doesn't feel good. We don't like it. It makes us uncomfortable. Remember, we talked about being uncomfortable a lot this week. And so we avoid putting ourselves out there. But if you want to make an authentic connection with your tribe, with your audience, you've got to put yourself out there in some shape or form so that you can make an authentic connection, because we are so bombarded with so much information on a regular basis. The only way to sift through the competition and to really pierce the heart of your ideal client, it's not about what you do. I tell my clients all the time, nobody cares about what you sell at the end of the day, because there's tons of people selling exactly what you're selling. There's tons of people doing exactly what I'm doing. They may not do it my way, but I'm not the only brand strategist out in these streets. So the thing about it, what keeps my clients coming to me is not the physical product or the physical service, it's how I make them feel. And it's the same thing for you guys. It's how you make your clients feel that's going to help them to determine if they want to do business with you today, tomorrow, and the next day. And the only way that you can establish that is if you're making an authentic, real relationship connection with them. Letitia says, yes, LaDawn, I just hate, oh, yes, you were moving that weekend. Couldn't make the second day, but it was so good. Yes, it was. Where did you get that soda from?
Okay, keep going.
Okay, sorry. Then mommy parenting jumped right in. So yeah, so I totally get that. Objections come up, you get stuck, but I can definitely show you how to overcome those objections. And we can also talk about how to create a great marketing funnel so that you don't even have to worry about those objections. They're not coming your way because people are signing up without having the objection, because it's clear to them that you are the choice for them. And that's the only thing. You have to create a system that does the work for you. We're creating the hard work for ourselves. Have a system that creates the work for you so that you don't have to deal with those things.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Kendrika, the conference was the bomb. Woo, woo. Yes,
thank
it was.
Thank you.
Kendrika's another one of our clients, and she was at the Be Unstoppable experience.
And LaDawn says, I knew I should have went to that. Lesson learned, follow your intuition. Let me tell you something about the intuition. Yeah, I mean, and I'm quite sure y'all can relate to this. Have you ever told yourself to do something and you didn't do it and then you regretted it? Like that.
I have, for sure.
I am one of those the biggest people that really follow their intuition. Like sometimes most of the time it's something totally uncomfortable, but I follow my intuition. And every time I do that, it works out. Like, for example, sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't play football anymore. What am I going to the gym for? Obviously, it's for vitality and to be in the best shape of my life. But like the days that I go to the gym that I don't want to go is when I get my best workouts. Mm-hmm. So you got to follow your intuition, definitely.
So did you find Tisha's question? So many times now I go with my guts. Yeah, you gotta follow that inner gut, because I'm tired of pushing it off, and then I get upset with myself afterwards because I'm like, I missed it. So don't let that happen again.
So Letitia says, I do have a question. I'm stumped on what I can offer my clients that no one else can. I follow up with them. I give them a sheet with logical tips and tricks on a successful weight loss. I have a support group for them where I post recipes and do Facebook Lives. I'm not sure what else can I give to them. Help. Well, can I jump in that right quick? Well, basically.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go. Well, I mean, the bottom line is, we've been there. I mean, how many of you offer something free, or whether it could be a challenge, it could be anything, a free checklist, and then you're like, wait a minute, why aren't they responding to me? Why haven't they bought in some, my program or whatever the case may be? You could type yes if you've been down that road. The bottom line is, we tend to give our clients what we believe that they need. We know what they need. If you do the real research on your client and you know what it is that they need, typically we create programs around what we feel that they should have. But you have to really have a listening ear as to what they want. So usually the how to answer that question is, you have to give them what they want in order to give them what they need. Because when you give them what they want, what happens is you build a rapport with them that's showing that you are paying attention and have a listening ear out for what they want. And that goes a long way. That goes hand in hand with what we talked about, creating an organic or experience with your client. So that's one tip that I can give.
So just think of that this way. You're really hungry. You want something to eat. You've already got your mind made up that you wanted a steak. And you're looking to have this juicy steak, and yet somebody offers you spaghetti. It's nourishment. It's something that will probably be better for you than the steak. It's going to feed you. It's going to satisfy that hunger, but that's not what you want. So you're like, I don't want this. I want my steak. It's the same thing. You have to give them what they want first, and then you can tell them, okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of what you want, but this is what you really need. So that's the first thing. The second thing I'm going to ask you is, have you surveyed your clients? So that's the answer to giving them what they want. A lot of times, again, when we're creating these projects or programs or free offers or things that we're thinking, oh, this is a great idea to engage our audience, it probably is a really great idea, and it probably is something that they really need. But at that time, they're trying to satisfy a particular want, so they overlook the things that they need. So how you get that from them is you simply ask them. If you have a list, you can simply ask your list. I do this at least once a quarter, 4 times a year, 3 times a year was a quarter, 4 times a year. I ask my list, What is it that keeps you up at night? What are you struggling with? What do you need next in your business? Because I'm not spinning my wheels creating all of this bomb content and then nobody's going to buy it. And I've done that tons of times where I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill them with this. And I put it out and like, nobody buys. They're like, oh, this is pretty. This is cute. But this ain't what I need right now. And I'm racking my brain like, why are they not buying this? They need it. I know they need it. But they don't want that right now.
And then you also have to understand that we are dealing with a lot of saturated markets. A lot of things, if you're an event planner, whatever the expertise that you have is, we're dealing with a lot of saturated markets. And what happens is, if you are not in tune with what your client wants, you're gonna just fall into that saturation and continue to confuse whoever it is you're talking, and that person that has done the surveys, that has done the extra homework or the extra credit work, they're going to be the ones that's going to get that client. So you have to really hone in on what your client wants, and then when you get them in, then you have to start, seeding them to get them and letting them know what they need.
And another thing that I want to add on to that, just from personal experience, so it's twofold. You have to ask them. So I don't know. This was a question by Tish. So Tish, I don't know if you've gone through the process of asking them, but you could simply send them a list. If send them an email and if you have like an automated email, you can send an email blast out to your list. You can post something on Facebook I do that all the time when I want to get some kind of feedback. That's a way of me getting feedback without blatantly asking, oh, I need this feedback for my research so I can figure out what I'm going to create for you. That's a way of me finding out what I need to create. People will tell you exactly what they need. You just got to listen. And sometimes you got to initiate the conversation. But the flip side to that is also, are you speaking and working with the right people? See, you may think that they are the right people because they fit possibly the physical attributes of somebody that belongs in your program. But if they're not mentally there to up-level themselves or actually take that next step, then they're not your client. So it could be a combination of them not actually being the people that you are supposed to be helping, or it could be that you're giving them too much information and not figuring out exactly what it is they want from you at this time.
Okay, and definitely, Tisha was saying something about sending handwriting thank you cards. Now, that's huge. Now, could you imagine if you combine that?
I got you, Kenya. Hold on.
If you combine that with them, speaking their language and knowing what's keeping them up at night and following up with a handwritten note. I mean, no one is doing that anymore.
I love handwritten notes.
That personal touch. Technology has taken over the personal touch. And when you can give somebody a personal touch, that adds to the organic relationship that you're building with.
Yes, I actually teach that in my It Factor course. Handwritten notes and other things that you can do to add that little special twist is amazing. But the other thing, like I said, I want you to make sure that you got those first two things down packed, because what happens is we keep, and Damien will tell you, I am a serious victim of doing this. I give way too much information. I over deliver for my clients, and not to say that my clients don't deserve it. My clients, they do deserve it, and then some. But the spectators that have no intention of taking that next step, they just want to watch what you're doing. They just want to get that free information and try to build a business off of free university. They don't value what we put out, and we put so much time and effort into handwritten notes and customizing and creating this experience. You got to have some kind of discernment where you can determine who really is your ideal client and who really isn't. So from the beginning, you need to be taking your clients through a questionnaire, a process, a discovery session with you, or make them fill out a questionnaire before they could even speak with you to determine if they really are an ideal client. So you're not wasting your time and energy on people who have no intention on moving forward.
Right. And you want to make sure that they have skin in the game, because like Tamisha said, there are a lot of people.
Yes, casting pearls to the swans.
Yeah, they are going to come and they think that, the challenges are definitely, or whatever it is you're offering is definitely going to add value, but that's just the beginning. The programs that you may, or the services that you may have, is an extension or a more extensive type of learning to get you closer to, you know, quitting your job or what, or doing that next event or whatever it is that you're doing, you know. So you really have to, you know, that's part of the game. You're going to have people vulturing you. You have to learn how to mitigate around that and learn how to deal with those, you know, those vultures. Because, you know, those, I call them information junkies.
Yes.
They get all this information. They're just junkies for information. They do nothing with it. And then they look for the next challenge and 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 the next free. And then they realize, and then when they look themselves back in the mirror, they don't realize that the reason why they haven't gone forward or leveled up is they haven't invested in themselves like they need to.
So I will say this, and then Kenya, I got your question, and Kendrika, yes, you get out of it what you put into it. But you know, us as being entrepreneurs, we want to serve. We are creatives. We want to share our gift with the world. We have something to say. We have a message that we know will help the world, and we want to share it with whoever we can share it with, whoever's going to listen. And especially in this rough, kind of patchy area where you're still trying to bootstrap your business and figure it out. Anybody that pays you any kind of attention, you're jumping on it. You're like, okay, I have this, and then I'm going to give you this, and then I'm going to wow you with this, and then you're going to like this, and then it's going to be popping. And what you find is that you overcompensate with all the free stuff that you give to people, all the things that you give to people without giving them the opportunity to level up. So I used to do that a lot in my business, and Damien had to check me like, I need you to roll it back. Not because you don't want to help people, but are you really talking to the right people that are going to take action? It's not even about, of course, we're in the business to make money. We want to make money. We have a lifestyle that we want to keep up. But the bigger part of that is we want to make sure that people are taking the information that we're giving and using it and applying it to their lives to transform their lives and transform their business. And if you're not going to do anything with that information, if you have no intention of up-leveling yourself, then that's not the person that you want to be doing business with. So you've got to create that environment where you have to force people, when they come into contact with you, you already know from the gate, this is who I am. And if you want to dance with me, if you want to play with me, you got to up level yourself. I'm not coming down to where you are. Not to say the people are beneath you, but we're not going to go backwards. You're coming to me to help you grow and go forward. So you got to grow and go forward. So you can't keep giving things away and doing this and doing that and not seeing how these people are taking the steps to grow themselves. Like
Letitia says, right, that's my problem. I want to share it with everybody. The whole, you know, like we've asked people, and we've been there in the early stages of our business, and someone would say, so who's your client? And we'd be like, everybody. Well, guess what? Everybody, your services, your products, or whatever it is that you offer your clients is not for everybody or everybody. It's not. So, you know, that's why, you know, we ask you what your ideal client is so you can find that niche. You know, use your niche to get rich.
Yes.
Not to say that you can't service other people.
Equal riches.
But listen, how many jack of all trades are in here? Master of none? Yeah, that was me. You got to narrow it down to the most effective thing that you can create a niche from and really make a lot of profits from. Not to say that you can't offer your services to other people, but you want to be more specific and more laser focused on that one ideal client that, you know, is going to take you to the promised land of freedom with your business.
So Kenya says, so with me opening a sports bar, sorry, Kenya. I know. Well, she could open up a sports bra too. I don't know. Okay. That's a different place. But let me do it. So Kenya says, so with me opening a sports bar, I know how to get my customers and what I can profit. But I'm torn between getting a loan to start the business or to keep saving up until I have enough. How should I go about this? You want to take this? Oh, see, you answer it. Yeah.
No, I can take it. I'll
take it.
Okay, and we'll both take it. You go first.
Okay, so I can't tell you how to go about this, right? Because I don't know what your financial situation is about. Now, I will say I needed that question to remain so that I could continue to see what I'm talking about. So I don't know how much money it's going to take you to actually build the sports bar. I don't know. I keep saying bra, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what you need to make this happen. So that's one thing, one piece of information. You don't necessarily have to share that in the group, but that would be something that I would need to know to give you a real educated answer. And I don't know what your credit is like. So I'm going to assume that you have the ability to get a loan, but you just you don't know if you should do it or not. Now, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask this question to, because I don't like getting things on credit and loan, but I will do it in a heartbeat if I know that it's going to help me to move my business faster, smoother, smarter. Mm-hmm. So if that's something that you are confident that you can get your customers in, you're confident that you can profit, then getting the loan shouldn't be a problem, because then you know that you have the ability to pay it back. Pay the loan back, and you can pay the loan back in a sufficient time. So not just making the payments, the monthly minimum payments, but if you even have the ability to get the loan and double up on payments or pay a little bit extra so you can cut down on your interest rates, then I would, if it were me, depending on how much money it was, I probably would move forward with the loan. Now, what would you do?
Okay. Well, let me just take this question to a different level. Now, what's showing up for me, Kenya, is you may want to take out a loan, but you have a problem with, not a problem, but you may have an issue with taking out a loan. It brings some kind of fear to you that what if the sports bar doesn't work, and then I'm gonna be in default with this loan, and then I'm really that's what's kind of showing up for me.
But then she says, I know how to get my customers and what I can profit. So is that really the case?
But that wasn't the question. The question is, she's torn between getting a business loan or keeping using her savings or keep saving. Now, here's the thing. You have to act imperfectly here. Okay, there's something called OPM. That's other people's money. We have to learn how to leverage other people's money and, keep as much as we can. I mean, there's been videos that, if you don't put out your own money, you're not your own boss. And, that's exactly how I feel. Like she said, like it may fail, and then I'll be in super debt, right? Okay, that's one. See,
great.
Damn, I must be a mind reader. But
you're a genius.
The thing is with that is, when you use your own money and you lose that, then you're gonna make yourself even wrong. Now, I give you a really good piece of advice, what you should or what you may want to do. I can't tell you what you should do, but a good piece of advice would be to develop business credit. Remember, see, we talking about quitting your 9-to-5, and creating your own business and learning how to run a business. True business owners. I'm not talking about you make 6 figures, you think you're feeling yourself, and then you plateau. The next thing you know, you're back in the 9-to-5 because you made yourself wrong. We're not talking about that. We're talking about quitting your job, creating a sustainable business, and going out. And while you're in your 9-to-5, this is the time when you create that LLC. You create, that corporation. You start developing business credit. So guess what? You go out and oh, by the way, folks, it's easier to get a business loan than it is to get a personal loan. Now, it takes time to build business credit, but if you build this business credit, right, and then you use that business credit, let's just say you go that route, you build that business credit to open up this sports bar. Guess what? If it doesn't work, it'll be a little sad, but it'll be, that business is not connected to your personal assets, your personal credit. So, again, we're about creating situational entrepreneurs, meaning you have to adapt to each situation. See, we've been miseducated. We haven't been told that some of the most successful business owners are using other people's money. They leverage other people's money, OPM. So business credit is extremely important as, being an entrepreneur. We're not just trying to, like I said, send you off into the wolves or into the water with the sharks, and then now you make 6 figures, you plateau, you back at a job. No, we're about creating sustainable business, situational entrepreneurship. Look into developing business credit, and I'm telling you, it takes about, if you do it correctly, it takes about 6 to 9 months to establish it. And once you establish that, then you could, find those financial institutions that loan, where you don't have to do any personal guarantee. It's totally separate from you. So I hope that helps.
That was great, actually. That was way better than my answer.
So it says,
Simone says, is it a good idea to start Is it a good idea to start a business with a low credit score? Boom, tax man.
Well, don't. Again, it goes back to when you say a low credit score, you're talking about a personal credit score, Simone. But I'm assuming it's for your personal credit. Well, if you have a low credit score, it's going to be harder for you to get funding. So what you can do is don't let a low credit score stop you from acting an imperfection and starting your business. Because again, you can develop, okay, yes, Simone says, yes, personal credit. So again, you want to get your personal credit in order. But what I'm telling you is what a lot of business owners do not know, you have the ability to build business credit quicker than your own personal credit. You just have to be patient and you got to, do all of the right things. So I would say you better still start your business acting perfectly.
I was going to say the same thing. Your credit score has nothing to do with you being able to start a business. I mean, I don't know if you're relying on credit to build your business. If you're trying to get like a credit card to invest in, whatever it is that you need to start up your business, then you probably will have a hard time doing that. But heck yeah, you're going to start that business. You think my credit was good when I started my business? Heck no, honey child. Okay. But that didn't stop me. And once I was able to get on my feet, then I was able to restore my credit. So yes, you're going to start that business.
And so also Kenya says, thanks for giving me the insight as to what I need to think about. May just run with using OPM and getting this bar open. Yes. So, listen, you have to operate in imperfection. And one of the things that we do through our programs, and our coaching is to help you manage your imperfections perfectly.
But Dawn asked, do you guys teach about business credit in your course? So we don't teach about business credit in our course, but we do show you, if you are in the elite program, we do have one of our bonuses for our elite members is where we show you how to eliminate if you have like student loans, we show you how to get that completely eliminated.
But we don't necessarily teach about building business credit. We know how. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't say that's not something you should be worried about right now, just yet. It's something that you want to really, when it's time to, put the pedal to the metal and start creating that. But I'm telling you, business credit is where it's at. See, these are the things. There's so many programs out here. Nobody's telling you that. Nobody's telling you, how to make 6 figures in 6 months or whatever. No offense to any of those programs, but once we get there, how do we sustain that? How do we grow our business? How do we up level? Well, one of the things is,
Sounds like, of course, y'all need to create.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Listen.
Tish, I guess so. We might need to add that on the
We're going to add that because, we also have a tax business. So, we know a lot about the tax implications of things too. But that, again, that's next level. This is all about the up leveling. See, people will show you how to make 6 figures, 7 figures, but they don't tell you the tax ramifications behind it. Paying yourself a salary, and if if you might even want to hire a CEO. You got to hire different people. That's where you're weak at. It's so much things. It's not just about making that kind of money or whatever in 6 months or 12 months or 24 months or whatever. We're about not only quitting your job, but running sustainable, successful businesses. Remember, we're about general wealth, right? Generational wealth. I don't know why I keep saying general wealth.
What is general wealth? I'm not about that. I don't know what that is.
But and like I said, I don't, that's just our opinion, on not relying on credit. You got to do what's best for you. I don't want to,
We're not lawyers.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
We're going to put that disclaimer out. Do not seek legal advice from us.
Don't come back.
Do not seek legal advice.
But we're just
speaking on experiences that we've had and what we've dealt with. But at the end of the day, we don't let anything stop us from moving forward. If it's something, he'll tell you, I'm a beast when it comes to something that I want, even if it ain't got nothing to do with business. It could be a pair of shoes. If I want it that bad, I'm going to sacrifice the left arm to make it happen.
Exactly.
So don't let any of these little things get in the way of you guys moving forward. Yes. How do you sustain the business? That's something that is missing. So I'm not quite sure I understand your question, LaDawn. Do you understand?
What I'm getting from what LaDawn was saying there, you know, she's just, I believe she's agreeing with us. Like no, if I'm right, but you know, no one is doing that. I mean, there are people that are doing it, but you know, it's one thing to leave your job. It's another thing to up level yourself to make a certain amount of income.
Yes, now I get it. She's agreeing.
So
I'm slow. Sorry.
Up level, boo boo.
Listen, stop trying to play me, yo. That's the second day that you tried to play me.
Jokes.
Like I wasn't present, my guy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
moving, the necessary doors will open up. Yes,
absolutely. There's levels.
And that is really, really true.
Yeah.
That's why we said the other day, focus on what's next for you. Stop looking at the bigger picture and the stuff all the way down the hallway. Get to the next room before you try to get 5-6 rooms down the hall. Focus on what's next, and once you get in that space, the next door will open for you, and then the next door will open for you. So stop worrying about things that have no relevance to what you actually need right now. The end.
So
of that statement.
LaDawn says, "Oh my God, the OMG."
That really made me.
This
really
is info
mad.
I needed. One of the things that holds me back is how to know what's next once you quit and build a business. Now I know I can take the first step and have resources to help me when I absolutely when I grow. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, it's just not this, you know, one program. It, you know, again, entrepreneurship is a journey. It's not a destination. You know, when you get to a certain level, you also have to reflect back on how you got there, and you also got to remember what got you there is what you need to consistently be doing as you're up leveling yourself. You know, you're going to start bringing on staff. You have to have a budget for that. You got to have a budget for marketing. You have to have a budget for the sales team or whatever. You just have to have a budget, you know, and sometimes, you know, to get that going, you have to use other people's money. You can find actual angel investors.
I love using other people's money. We'll chat with you guys later. About to enter the hospital too. Okay, give them my love and kisses. Bye. Love you guys. Bye, Kenya. Okay, so I want to say this before we wrap up, because I know it's coming on 5 o'clock, and some of you guys that are at work have to leave. So I want to make sure you guys do not miss this announcement. Drum roll, please. Ow! I have to do the calling again. Okay, so early in the first day of the challenge, I told you guys that we were going to be giving away some things during the challenge, and we wanted you guys to be present. You guys have showed up, and you guys have done an amazing job. So one of the things that we are offering, or the thing that we are going to offer to you guys to take advantage of, is the ability to up-level yourself in this particular program. So as you know, or you should know, if you don't know, I'm telling you, there are 2 versions of the escape plan program. There's the regular escape plan program where you get access to the 6-week curriculum and you get the basic access to the program. Then there's the elite version where you have access to the program. You have a one-on-one intensive session with us. You get access to the webinars and the master classes that we share with you about how to grow your LinkedIn and get 10 to 25 new leads every week. There's the webinar, the master class where we talk about, what do we talk about? The
masterclass?
Yeah, I just talked about it. Oh, the masterclass where we're talking about how to eliminate your student loans. If you have student loans, what you need to do to make sure that you can get health insurance. What are you doing? Your health insurance, even after you quit your job. And most importantly, I think what's most important about the elite level is that you get to have a one-on-one intensive with us. That's major, because that gives us the opportunity and you the opportunity to have our eyeballs on your business to help you customize your specific escape plan, to help you customize your signature strategy, to help you customize your blueprint for success. You can go through the program, but having us to actually look and give you advice and help you strategize, that is major. And that's something that we typically charge $2,500 to sit with us to do, and that we're including in this program for a small fraction.
And doing live events and, you know, speaking to different individuals, you know, going on Facebook Live, Periscope, wherever, whatever platform, what we've noticed is a lot of people are engulfed into a lot of debt, and usually that holds them back. Mentally, they're like, oh, I don't want to get in any more debt. So they get scared. And we've been there, and we learned how to get out. We got our student loans forgiven. Okay, I mean, there's more to the process, but we were able to get our student loans forgiven, which were
upwards of like $180,000.
No, collectively, it was about $350,000 because my student loans were insane. And that was one of the biggest thorns on my side. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't like to owe. I don't like to make payments. I like to pay in full. That's just me. I don't like when stuff automatically comes out of my account. That's just me. I just like to be done with it and have all of my skin in the game, and I'll just do what I need to do. But everyone is different.
So we want to give you guys an opportunity. So what we're going to do is give you guys, if you sign up for the course, well, wait, how do I want to say this? So here's what we're giving away. We're giving away the opportunity. We're giving away a scholarship for the opportunity for somebody to upgrade their membership from the regular escape plan program to the elite escape plan program. So here's what you got to do in order to, oh my God, I feel though I've got almost, yes, we know exactly how to wipe that out completely, legally, straight up. But we'll talk about that later. So here's what you guys got to do. If you want to get this, take advantage of this scholarship that allows you to up-level your current program to the elite program, all we're asking you to do is post a video inside of the Quit Your 9 to 5 community on the wall and just simply tell us why you were in business. So this was part of day one. That was something that you were supposed to figure out. Yes, a video. I said post. I'm sorry. I need a video. A video. I want to see your face, and I want you to tell us why you're in business and what it is that you want to.
What do you do in your business?
Share with the world. What it is that you do in your business and what it is that you share with the world. So if you post a video, you have to do it today. So if you post it by, I'll say 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then, shall I do Eastern Standard Time? Or give them a little more time?
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so we're going with Eastern Standard Time. So if you can post your video, doesn't need to be long, 2 minutes or less is great. Post your video in the group. We're going to choose one person that will be able to take advantage of the scholarship where they can get the elite program for the same price as the regular program. Does that make sense? Did I explain that right? So here's the thing though, guys. For this to work, we have to have at least 3 entries. So we got to have at least 3 videos up, and we'll choose one of those videos. Okay? Do you guys understand? Did I explain this right? Because I feel like I didn't explain it right. If you understand me, just say yes in the chat box so that I can make sure you got it.
Say no.
And if you don't understand, say, yeah, I don't get it.
See, here's the deal. We stand by our brand.
Yes, Simone says yes. Okay, great.
We stand behind our brand, and we want to help you help yourself. Give you the tools that you need. Nope, you did.
Okay. Oh, Tish understands. Yes.
Yeah. So we want you. We really want you to experience what this freedom looks like, but we also not only want you to get a taste of the freedom, but we want you to have that taste in your mouth for the rest of your life.
In your mouth. I mean, Kendrika, what is the deadline? Is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Kendrika, so there's 2 versions of the escape plan. I'm going to go ahead and put the website up that has all the details. However, there's 2 versions. There's a regular program. It's a 6-week program where you're working with us on your business for 6 weeks, and that is $597. And the elite version of the escape plan, where you get the one-on-one intensive with us in addition to the other bonuses that I mentioned, is $1097. Now, there is a payment plan available for both of those options. And yes, you can do the payment plan with the upgrade. So that still is an option for you. And the program starts next Monday, October 16th. Okay?
Yes.
So if you want this upgrade, you've got to post your video today by 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And simply just tell us why you are in business, what it is that you want to get, what is it that you want to create in the world, or what are you creating in the world? Who is that for?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. And, you know, this program, obviously the price has gone up, and you know, we've you know, made it public, so everyone has access to it.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We're only taking a small group of people into this program because I personally don't like programs that have tons and hundreds of people in them, because I feel like people get lost in the program. They don't show up, and if they don't show up, they're not missing, right? So we want to have accountability with each one of you. And
that's why also when we do our live events, we don't want to have the big, humongous crowds, because we want to make sure that we're meeting you where you're at. We're giving you clarity on what's next for you. And we really want you to succeed. Not to say that, other events that have hundreds of people in there don't want that for you, but we want to be able to give you laser focused attention, even at our live events, leading you into, what you need to do to be successful.
Yes. Keep talking. I'm typing stuff for them.
So, does anybody have any other questions? Again, the link is up. We really want you to experience freedom. We want you to experience community. We want you to experience what it is to dictate what your schedule looks like, to be self-governing, just so you can wake up knowing that you're walking in your purpose every day. So that's what what we take pride in, I don't know what else to say, but we want to help you, or help one person upgrade themselves with this offer.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What is she doing?
I don't know. All the stuff I typed and now
Kendrika wants to know how much.
I just answered late. We did that already. All right, so I was trying to post the details of the challenge inside on this thing, but it's not working. But you guys said you got it. So if anybody has a question, but they're not clear, you can always just inbox me or post it on the group.
See you later, Tish.
All right, Tish, gotta run. Great. So we gotta run too, actually, because we gotta go pick up our kid from daycare, from preschool. I hate saying daycare. All right, so thank you guys so much for showing up for the challenge. We're definitely going to be popping in here as the week goes on. You're going to be hearing from us via email, on live, on social media until this program starts, and probably still after. So you probably will get sick of us, but we are going to be here for you guys to support you through. If you have any questions about the program, please do not hesitate to email us or post your questions in the group, because I'm sure somebody else might have the same question.
And remember, doing the 5-day challenge.
See you on the other side. Yes, Simone.
And, the 5-day challenge, do it. Do it, because it's going to give you a head start into the escape plan.
Well, they would have done it.
No, I'm just making sure. Like, there's other people in the group.
Here's what I will be doing, though. I'm going to send you guys an email. I don't know if it's going to be today. I'm just going to keep it real. But I will send you an email with the recap of all 5 of the videos. And I'm also going to try to figure out how to post these live Q&As in there so you guys can catch up. And I'll probably keep that live for the next 48 hours if you want to go back, if you've missed things, because things happen. Mm-hmm. But again, get your butts in this program. This is where you need to be. We've had a great time together. The community is bomb.com.
Yes.
And we want you guys to be able to make 2018 your year that you finally step into your purpose full time.
And now is the time to start planning early. You don't wait till January 1st. You start now.
Yes.
So you have momentum going into 2018, so you can be unstoppable.
Yes. All right, my lovely friends, my tribe, I love you guys. We will see you guys maybe tomorrow, perhaps.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.